No, I agree with you. But your idea is great. Ever heard others say those sentences after you express an idea or an opinion? If you're not sure, start paying attention in your conversations. You'll be amazed by the number of times that you hear them. No, but, however, yes, but often slip unnoticed in our daily dialogues. And they can reveal a subconscious intent, which is not always positive. In this video, we are embarking on a mission to transform our language and, by extension, the power and impact of our words on others. We'll dissect the intent behind the words but, yes but, or no, and understand their impact and learn how to reframe our conversations for a world of positivity and growth. Yes, let's do it. Hey, my name is Greg. I'm a master coach helping people, teams, and organizations to know themselves, design their future selves, and become their future selves. I'm here to help you live a life where you have control. If you have watched my video from last week, which you can find here, then you can skip this chapter as it is the same content about the model for why our words have power. If you have not watched it, then enjoy. To start, I would like to give you a model that will help you understand how your words impact others. This model has 4 key phases. One is intent, then you have situation, then you have behavior, and finally impact. First, we have intent. This is the why behind our words, the purpose or goal driving our communication. It's where everything begins, and it is mostly invisible to others. It's all in your head. Next is the situation, the where and when. This includes the context of your conversation, the environment, and the dynamics at play. The same words can carry different meanings in different settings. Like giving feedback to someone in an individual meeting with them, or doing it with other people around. Very different. Then we move to behavior, the actual act of communicating. This is where your words come to life, carrying our intent through the air. And it is a mix of the words you use, but also non-verbal clues. This is where picking the right words, tone, and facial expression count. This is where intent meets reality, often with very unpredictable outcomes. Our words can end up doing what we intended them to do, or not at all. No, but, however, yes, but are small but mighty words. They often act as our conversational gatekeepers, determining the flow and direction of our discussions. So why do we use them so frequently at the start of our sentences? They usually express disagreement, or they can introduce a contrasting idea, or they redirect the conversation somewhere else. Their intent isn't always negative. Sometimes they're crucial for clarity and honesty. If you want to say no to something or someone, you just say no. The problem arises when you seemingly want to be positive, but what comes out of your mouth is a very mixed message. Let's look at the psychology of why we use those words. First, the habit that we have of employing these terms at the commencement of the sentences can be attributed to a cognitive bias, which is called a negativity bias. This bias predisposes us to give greater weight to negative aspects of our life, experiences, or information over the positive ones. So when we're faced with disagreement or the need to express a contrasting point of view, the brain's default response is often to go for no, but, etc. And these words are also indicative of a defensive communication style, which is a protective mechanism. When we perceive a threat to our ideas, belief, or self-esteem, we instinctively use this. It is a subconscious verbal barrier aiming to shield our standpoint or self-concept from potential criticism or conflict. It is also intertwined with the concept of cognitive dissonance. When we encounter information or perspectives that clash with our existing beliefs or knowledge, cognitive dissonance arises, which is creating some discomfort in us. Using no, but, or however is an attempt to alleviate the discomfort by immediately distancing oneself from the conflicting viewpoint, thereby striving to restore your cognitive harmony. When we begin a sentence with these words, we might inadvertently set a tone of negation or opposition. Then the listener's guard goes up. The openness to dialogue, it goes down. The impact is a conversation that feels more like a confrontation. Or by subconscious repetition, you might give the impression that you are someone with a negative mindset, or somebody difficult to talk to, which might be what you want, by the way, and that's perfectly fine. As long as what you do is a choice, then you're not a victim of your own language. Consider this. Each time we use no, but, however, we're making a choice. Are we choosing to close a door or to paint a new horizon? You like this video so far? Then you know what to do. Also subscribe and put the notifications on if you want to receive content like this every week. And check out in the description other videos or links which will talk more about this concept of the power of words. Every conversation is a unique landscape, filled with its own challenges and opportunities. Let's explore how you can navigate these landscapes more positively. What situations can we end up using those words? Disagreements and debates, whether in professional settings such as meetings and negotiations, or personal interactions like discussions with friends or family. For example, but I think we need to consider something different here. Or providing feedback, especially in workplace performance reviews or creative collaborations. Your work has improved, however, there are still some areas that need attention. In brainstorming sessions or strategic planning meetings where ideas and solutions are being proposed and evaluated. That's a good point, but we also need to consider the budget constraints. Discussing personal preferences, plans, or experiences with friends, family, or partners. I understand what you're saying, but I feel differently about this. In classrooms or workshops where instructors provide corrections or alternative viewpoints to students. That's an interesting perspective. However, the historical evidence suggests otherwise. Addressing customer complaints or requests in service-oriented industries. I see your point, but our policy states that refunds can only be processed within 30 days. In business, legal, or personal negotiations where parties are attempting to reach a mutual agreement. Now, we can't agree to that term, but we're open to discussing alternative solutions. Consider a meeting at work. Instead of saying, but that won't work, try, I see your point. Let's explore how we can address potential challenges. Not just about being polite, it's about fostering an environment where ideas can express themselves. Or at home, when discussions turn into disagreements. No, you're wrong, can escalate tensions. I understand where you're coming from. Let's find something that we have in common about this. That acknowledges feelings and seeks resolution. And with friends, it's about deepening connections. Instead of, but I think I'm right. How about, that's interesting. Can we combine our ideas? It's about building together, not apart. Each situation calls for a tailored approach. The key? Active listening and empathy. By truly hearing what others say, we position ourselves to respond more thoughtfully and constructively. The first step in changing our use of no, but, however, etc. is to be aware that it is happening. It's about catching ourselves before the words slip out. This requires mindfulness, being fully present in our conversations, listening actively, and empathizing with the speaker. If you want to learn a lot more about how to listen fully, then check this out. Then you also have to remember what is the intent of your conversation. If you intend to have a positive, creative conversation, then make sure that you remind yourself of that before you start the conversation. On the other side of intent, in starting a conversation, are you protecting your ideas, resisting change, or something else? Is that what you really want out of the conversation? And of course, practice, practice, practice. Positive communication needs practice. Start small, perhaps by replacing but or no in your written communication. Then move on to your conversations. This is going to take some time, so be patient. Particularly as those words have transformed your mindset into a fixed mindset. By changing your words, you're effectively changing your mindset. And this takes time. You already have a few actions you can take, so let's add a few more. First, use the system of daily active questions to help the behavior change. Rate yourself every day from 1 to 10 on the following question. Did I do the best today to avoid using no, but, however, at the start of my sentences? For 1 week, carry a small notepad with you or use a digital app to jot down every time you catch yourself using no, but, or however into conversations. Note the situation, why you used it, and how you could rephrase it positively next time. Next, pair up with a friend or colleague for this exercise. Have a conversation about any topic and challenge each other to avoid no, but, however. If someone slips, they need to rephrase a sentence on the spot. Pick a topic of disagreement that makes it more fun and challenging. Another exercise is a positive swap. For this exercise, create a list of positive or neutral phrases to use instead of no, but, however. Phrases like, yes, and, that's interesting, let's explore, or I appreciate that perspective, and just using the simple word and instead of but will force you to think differently. Lastly, incorporate daily mindfulness moments into your routine. Before starting your day, spend a few minutes in meditation, in reflection, focusing on your intention to communicate positively. Visualize yourself navigating conversations throughout the day with empathy and openness. In summary, remember that all our speech acts are always about our intent, the situation, and the behavior, eventually producing an impact on the other person. If you keep this in mind, you can shape your language to ensure it has the impact that you choose to have. And I will leave you with those profound words from Maya Angelou. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. The perfect way to enhance your communication skill further is to work on your presence. And check this video out if you want to learn a lot more about this.